row with a decent start from the outside of the front row of the grid. Can he cling on around the outside? No, look at that, Garelli with a very good start, and Downhauer getting unsettled and loose there going into turn 2. He did very well to hold that one off. Some leaning back further behind. That was Gianmarco Ercoli there squeezing out Luca Lasser.
There's a lot of pressure coming from behind, and I think that Gianmarco Ercoli lost one position after the start. I saw him in 4th position, right?
Yeah, he was in 4th, but then Goossens, by the time they got to turn 4, had already found his way back through, and it is Goossens just ahead of him. Goossens, who sounded a little bit surprised by his own qualifying performance, to be there on the 2nd row of the grid at the moment. So Haseman's doing a good job. There goes Ercoli to the inside. That was a good dive there. Goossens left the door open, was trying to get a good run out of the corner, and Ercoli took the opportunity. I wonder if Goossens was maybe playing it a little bit careful, maybe just wanted to allow Ercoli through. It's hard to say whether that was leaving the door open with intent or not. Everyone, I think, might be slowing. Is this a full course yellow situation? Yes, it is. So full course yellow has been declared. I wonder, because we saw Tefel coming out of the pit lane, I wonder if his car hasn't gotten back underway, or maybe whether Dario Casa was slowed down.
If this would have been a safety car period, then we would even add the numbers behind the safety car on top of the race distance.
Full course yellow board is withdrawn there, and Tobias Downhauer sees it immediately, but even quicker than that is Gianmarco Ercoli. He profits massively, moves up to 2nd place, was quick on the buzzer there. Oh, and Downhauer bouncing across those curbs. That can't have been good for man or car, bouncing across those sausages on the outside of turn 7. That looked really, really uncomfortable. Dubek, of course, wearing the red banner. He's the EuroNASCAR 2 championship leader. Lock up there from Mark Goossens, as Dubek just gives him a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of push to say, yep, I'm very much here. And look at that. Goossens knew that Dubek was going to go to the inside there. Uncompromising driving from both parties as they come through 12 and 13, the last couple of corners of this Autodromo Vallelunga. So it's all very heat on there. Ercoli, meanwhile, under pressure from Luca Lasser, who himself has a penalty, so this is a fight for 2nd place, but it's not really a fight that Ercoli needs to actually get involved with, and I think with that in mind, he allowed Luca Lasser the inside line there. He said, you know what, you need to make up some time, I've heard about this penalty you've got, go through, and I'm not going to worry about it. Here comes Martin Dubek, studying the rear of Mark Goossens, and of course, this is strictly going to be more than likely for a podium position unless Lasser can now get some good laps in. As we look at Dubek to the inside of the 72 car, Mark Goossens holds on though around the outside. Dubek again on the offensive, and these two are definitely going to be holding each other up with shenanigans like that. So what's not in doubt this weekend, though, is that Garelli is the man to beat. He came in as championship leader. This is a circuit near and dear to his heart, and he takes the checkered flag. 2nd place across the line is Lasser, but his penalty will drop him back behind Gianmarco Ercoli. Racing in our 2nd destination of the season within EuroNASCAR 2, very close together from the front row. Claudio Reggio Capelli with a nose to the outside line. He's staying strong around the outside. I think he might well have the lead. He stayed with it. They're still side by side. Lindster, Capelli still running door to door as they run through turn 4, turn 5. Capelli really is making use of that camber on the outside line of these corners. They make contact, huge contact. Capelli with damage. Oh, and he takes out Patrick Schauber. Jack Davidson has to go scurrying across the gravel. So does Thomas Dombrowski. Contact there out of turn 5. We are going to return to racing now. It's Lindster alongside Dubek. Oh, goodness me. Okay, Hendricks Motorsport, buckle up. Lindster launches away and then stops and then goes again. But by the time he goes again, Dubek flies past. Martin Dubek then is your race leader. He gets an easy one, and ultimately. Oh, and a bit of a moment further back as well. Melvin de Groot's 69 car. And unfortunately, that's Neumann, isn't it, as well, with evident suspension damage, and he ends up streaming into the gravel as Melvin de Groot throws up a smoke screen. We're back to green flag conditions, though, and Jill Linster is immediately resuming battle with Martin Dubeck. The pair very close together as we return to racing on the run down to 4 and 5. Yet Chrysonis' first race in this series all the way back in 2019, and he grew up wheel to wheel. His first experience of racing was the Junior Saloon Car Championship in the UK, and I can attest that's hard fought. He dives to the inside, big late braking move there, a lot of lockup on the inside front corner, but he manages to get it stopped, manages to make up the position. Nice driving from Chrysonis. He's got a little bit of front end damage.
Now Rehberg gets a little bit in trouble after Chrysonis got past him. He's now under pressure by Florian Richard, one of the drivers of Speedhouse.
Florian Richard to the inside here of Julian Rehberg. Rehberg here having made it, oh goodness me, hip check between the two of them. Rehberg, having made a good start and stayed out of trouble, is now starting to struggle a little bit for race pace. May Benedetti is right there behind as well, 33, 77, 88. Oh, goodness me, Florian Richard losing the rear, and that is big contact. Bodywork now attached to the 33 as Florian Richard dives to the inside again of Julian Rehberg. Hopefully this time they can make it through without contact. They do. We've hardly seen him, but this has been a great drive from our leader, Martin Dubeck. And now Thomas Tuffel going to the outside of Giussani. Great on-track scrap, and Tuffel loses out to Siortzis. That's exactly what Thomas Tuffel would have feared with this situation, and his worst nightmares have become reality. Going to take third place on the road. He'll think of it as a podium potentially, but here comes Tuffel. Surely he doesn't get that stopped. He does. Amazing from Thomas Tuffel. That was incredible. He was like maybe 15, 20 meters later, getting on that brake pedal, and for the second consecutive event, he is a race winner. He's won one in Valencia and now one in Vallelunga. Martin Dubeck is extending his championship lead.